1-4. While Daniel was praying, Jehovah sent his angel Gabriel with a prophecy that nearly all Bible commentators accept as messianic, though there are many variations in their understanding of it. Gabriel said, "There are 70 weeks that have been determined upon your people and upon your holy city, in order to terminate the transgression, and to finish off sin, and to make atonement for error, and to bring in righteousness for times indefinite, and to imprint a seal upon vision and prophet, and to anoint the Holy of Holies. And you should know and have the insight that from the going forth of the word to restore and to rebuild Jerusalem until Messiah the leader, there will be 7 weeks, also 62 weeks. She will return and be actually rebuilt, with a public square and moat, but in the straits of the times. And after the 62 weeks Messiah will be cut off, with nothing for himself. And the city and the holy place the people of a leader that is coming will bring to their ruin. And the end of it will be by the flood. And until the end there will be war. What is decided upon is desolations. And he must keep the covenant in force for the many for 1 week. And at the half of the week he will cause sacrifice and gift offering to cease. And upon the wing of disgusting things there will be the one causing desolation. And until an extermination, the very thing decided upon will go pouring out also upon the one lying desolate. Dar 9. 24-27. A Messianic prophecy. It is quite evident that this prophecy is a jewel in the matter of identifying the Messiah. It is of the utmost importance to determine the time of the beginning of the 70 weeks, as well as their length. If these were literal weeks of 7 days each, either the prophecy failed to be fulfilled, which is an impossibility as a 55. 10, 11. Hope 6. 18. Or else the Messiah came more than 24 centuries ago, in the days of the Persian Empire, and o textoi acute miritra longo, 70 weeks 900 of Nisan, to rebuild the wall and the city of Jerusalem. Ne 2. 1, 5, 7, 8. In his calculations as to the reign of Artaxerxes, Nehemiah apparently used a calendar year that began with the month Tishri September-October, as does the Jews' present civil calendar, and ended with the month Elul August-September as the 12th month. Whether it was his own reckoning or the manner of reckoning employed for certain purposes in Persia is not known. Some may object to the above statement and may point to Nehemiah 7. 73, where Nehemiah speaks of Israel as being gathered in their cities in the 7th month. The monthly order here being based on a Nisan to Nisan year. But Nehemiah was here copying from the book of genealogical enrollment of those who came up at the first with Zerubbabel, in 537 BCE and E7. 5 Again, Nehemiah describes the celebration of the Festival of Booths in his time as taking place in the 7th month. Ne 8. 9, 13-18. This was only fitting, because the account says that they found what Jehovah commanded written in the law, and in that law, at Leviticus 23. 39-43, it says that the Festival of Booths was to be in the 7th month, that is, of the sacred calendar, running from Nisan to Nisan. However, as evidence indicating that Nehemiah may have used a fall-to-fall year in referring to certain events, we can compare Nehemiah 1-3 with 1-8. In the first passage he tells of receiving the bad news about Jerusalem's condition, in Chislev 3rd month in the civil calendar and 9th in the sacred calendar in Artaxerxes' 20th year. In the second, he presents his request to the king that he be permitted to go and rebuild Jerusalem, and he is granted permission in the month Nisan 7th in the civil calendar and 1st in the sacred, but still in the 20th year of Artaxerxes. So Nehemiah was obviously not counting the years of Artaxerxes' reign on a Nisan to Nisan basis. To establish the time for the 20th year of Artaxerxes, we go back to the end of the reign of his father and predecessor Xerxes, who died in the latter part of 475 BCE. Artaxerxes' accession year thus began in 475 BCE, and his first regnal year would be counted from 474 BCE, as other historical evidence indicates. The 20th year of Artaxerxes' rule would accordingly be 455 BCE. See Persia, Persians, the reigns of Xerxes and of Artaxerxes. The going forth of the word. The prophecy says there would be 69 weeks of years from the going forth of the word to restore and to rebuild Jerusalem until Messiah the leader. Dar 9. 25 Secular history, along with the Bible, gives evidence that Jesus came to John and was baptized, thereby becoming the Anointed One, Messiah the leader, in the early autumn of the year 29 CE. Jesus Christ's time of birth, Length of ministry. Calculating back from this vantage point in history, we can determine that the 69 weeks of years began in 455 BCE. In that year the significant going forth of the work to restore and to rebuild Jerusalem took place. In Nisan March-April of the 20th year of Artaxerxes' rule 455 BCE, Nehemiah petitioned the king, "If your servant seems good before you, send me to Judah, to the city of the burial places of my forefathers, that I may rebuild it." Ne 2. 1:5 The king granted permission, and Nehemiah made the long journey from Shushan to Jerusalem. On about the 4th of July-August, after making a night inspection of the walls, Nehemiah gave the command to the Jews, "Come and let us rebuild the wall of Jerusalem, that we may no longer continue to be a reproach." Ne 2. 11-18 Thus, the going forth of the work to rebuild Jerusalem, as authorized by Artaxerxes, was put into effect by Nehemiah, and Jerusalem